We're recording here. And we're live. Back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of 925 right here with Lodi's own Felicia, ladies and gentlemen.
Ew.
And what's up? It's your boy, Miles Parrish, back at it again. You said something funny to me right before we got in here. Well, go ahead.
I just said my shirt looks like one of those full bathing suits, and then I was like, what? Like the full red ones? And I was like, what's the movie? I'm just so bad at remembering stuff, but...
The reason why it's so funny to me is because this is a movie that we just talked about that was a staple in your household.
Is that The Sandlot?
It's The Sandlot.
See, so I'm proving to you that I watched the movie then.
No, your dad commented on it, said it was a staple in your household, but he never said that you watched it.
Dad, I
don't know. I don't know. Okay, maybe you did, obviously, because you
did.
recognize it from somewhere. But it's like when you were walking by as a kid to go get your apple juice.
No, you're
and
so
you saw
annoying.
it in the... Okay,
You're so annoying. We would watch it all the time.
Here we go.
My dad said that, yes, I might have started watching it when I couldn't remember, but we definitely continue. That's why he said staple, because we continually watched it throughout the years.
Okay.
You're so annoying.
I believe you guys. You just texted your dad a little bit ago asking him what his dream truck is.
Yeah, because we were in the conversation of what you would do if you had $100 million. Like, if you were given it, what was the first thing you do? I said I'd pay off my car, buy my parents' houses, and my dad's cars. He's always had that truck,
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll get him a new.
Sorry, I'm trying to put this. You wouldn't even know what to get him.
No, I would get him a truck, and then you were like, oh, well, you need to get him a truck and his dream car, and I was like, I think his dream car is a truck.
Let's go ahead and confirm that, Dad. If you're in the comments below.
We know that he just confirmed it because he just texted me.
He sent you that, right?
Yeah.
See, but I could see him driving that truck every day, going to the grocery store
with like 6 wheels.
Freaking monster truck. He sent a big old truck. I could see him, going and getting some groceries.
If I show my phone, will it show it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the truck that.
See, but what I'm wondering is there a classic car? Or something like
that's what I'm saying.
That?
I think he would want an older. I feel like
we're gonna show you what this truck looked like right after our intro. Oh,
I already showed it. Can you see it?
Let me see.
Oh well, it's just a big truck.
It's a little blown out. All right. You want to do the intro thing?
No, you could do that.
Go ahead.
Roll the intro. Are we back?
We're back. We're back in action. Let's go over. So I mean, if you weren't okay, so you say you were watching Sandlot when you were 5 years old. What other things were you doing back in your childhood? What's a Lodi like for a 5 years old in 2003, 4?
What, when I was 5?
Yeah.
2004.
2004.
Yeah.
What's Lodi like?
Lodi?
Yeah.
I don't know, chill. I think I love small town grow ups. I think that's what I don't want to live in LA when I have kids.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Although we were just talking about how much you love LA, but we can get back to that. Let's get back to that in a minute. That's a good conversation.
But not with kids.
Okay. So you might move back to Lodi is what you're saying.
No.
Here we go.
No.
Back to Lodi.
No, I'd move to like a small, maybe near San Diego, or maybe like, I don't know, somewhere that's really way more mellow than this. Like really suburban. Maybe not Lodi.
Maybe like on the outside of Stockton-ish.
No.
Somewhere like in that area. Like 209. Somewhere over there. No.
Where would you want to raise your kids?
I would say San Diego.
There's no way you would raise them here.
I don't think so. I would say maybe San Diego. I also could see myself living in Texas. Maybe somewhere out there. Or I'm trying to think. Or back in the Bay, honestly. Like I like the Bay. If I made a bunch of money one day, like when I grow up, and if I made $100 million, like we
when
said.
you do.
When I make $100 million off of the 925 podcast. Yeah, maybe I would move back to the Bay.
What city?
I like it over there. Probably, it's a good old city out there in the suburbs. It's called Dublin, California.
Never.
It's actually where I spent the majority of my childhood years. And yeah, I grew up out there, and so I think it would be fun to get to go back there and like re-experience childhood.
Do you like
with my kids.
San Jose?
San Jose? I like San Jose. It's cool. It's fun out there.
I think that's probably my favorite city in the Bay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like for like partying or like, I mean, I feel like it's kind of cracking out there.
Yeah, no, I think it reminds me of like a mini LA, if that makes any sense.
I feel like I just haven't spent that much time out there.
Okay.
But what? Like,
see, I think by default, that's why I like it, because it's probably the city I spent the most time in a, like, where I could remember. What?
No, I was talking to you.
Because obviously, like, we would go to Oakland for concerts, or like we would go to the city to experience like something, like just like spending time and like together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think San Jose is like, so two of my friends at the time lived in San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
So Mary Cruz and another friend. And so me and Nicole and Mary Cruz and that other friend would always hang out. And then like, so
who's the other friend? Do I know them?
Yeah.
Oh, she's crazy.
Anyway, we'd always spend time in San Jose, and so I think just like I know a lot of the places out there. Don't ask me what they are.
Got you. Okay.
But like Pico, like, but like I don't know. I just spend a lot of time there, and like I really do like enjoy it. Like there was a time where me and Nicole and Mary Cruz were like, we need to all move out in San Jose.
San Jose is tight. One of my favorite things is how they do the Christmas in the park.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good time. The churros, marshmallows, fire.
Yeah.
I went to a spot where DJ Jay Espinoza was at. You know Jay Espinoza?
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the greatest Bay Area DJs of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually from the Tri-Valley too. Let's go 925. 925ers? Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry. And I saw him DJ at a club out there, and it was amazing. That's really what I want for my birthday. I want to just be wherever he's at, like just to hear a Jay Espinoza set.
Okay.
It's coming up soon, so I got to figure that out. It'll be here in 3 weeks, and I have no plans.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna sleep in till like 9 p.m. and then get up, get a little snack, and then go back to sleep. Just keep it pushing.
Okay.
But yeah, what are you gonna do for your birthday this year?
My birthday already passed.
There you go. Nice. That's dope.
Oh, we went to San Diego.
But yeah.
Oh,
shout out San Jose. Shout out San Jose. Big love.
Actually, I almost we came to the conclusion that Miro's the best cousin ever.
Yes.
So this year, his birthday's coming up, September 23rd. Okay. So I was like, I need to do something for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there. Me and you planned something for the 23rd.
Yes, we did.
And
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that it was his birthday.
The day before?
The day of. Yeah. No, listen. So I'm freaking out.
So I'm going solo.
No, listen.
Solo.
I literally was like, I'm going to have to cancel. Like, I have to be here.
Yeah, you do.
And then so I text Miro and I'm like, are we doing something the weekend of your birthday?
Aww.
What? No,
Keep
because
going.
listen, because if he had like plans for a birthday thing, then like obviously we would do that. And if it wasn't the day of, because I don't think we did anything the day of last time.
Okay.
Anyway, or like even Destiny's birthday, like it was like the weekend of the birthday, like whatever. So I was like, hey, maybe he has something planned. And he goes, Felicia, I'm gonna be in New York. And I was like, oh, okay. He's going to New York with Destiny. I completely forgot the days that they were going.
Okay.
And so yeah,
so you're
the
not
whole
going
week.
out there.
No, the whole week he's going.
Okay.
And so
well, that'd be cool. Dang. So
oh my God.
Does he know this? He doesn't watch the podcast.
No. But I told him.
Okay.
Because I called him right after and I was like, oh my God, thank God you said that. I was like, I was going to be the worst cousin ever.
Damn. Yeah, we're going to make a trip up and go see the one and only
Jason Aldean.
This is your boy right here.
Yeah.
This is your
my
boy.
dad knows.
That
my dad
this
would
is
play
your boy?
Jason Aldean.
Yeah.
Or not, maybe that he did. I don't, okay.
What was that? You just turned into a frog there for a second?
He has a song called Tattoos and Tequila.
Yes.
And it is such a good song. Like, I think it's so, like, a lot of Jason Aldean songs, I'm like, that is so smart that he said that. And so Tattoos and Tequila is one of them because it's like, they're both tea things. And it's like, the line is tattoos to remember because obviously they're forever. And then tequila to forget because, it's so good.
See, but like, a lot of country music is like that too, though.
Yeah.
Great lyrics. Good songwriting. I mean, once you get past the ones, and there's a lot of them that are about beer.
And like honky tonk and like.
Yeah,
but some
of course we got those. Yeah, of course. But on the other side of those too, there's a lot of.
It's great lyric writing. I think that's why I fell in love with country music, and because sometimes it's just like great to like belt in the car. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but like I don't know. My dad always used to play country music, and so I just grew up always listening to country, and yeah, I don't know. I think the storytelling in country music is different than any other genre.
I would say some rap though. It's pretty good. Like
I think I'm not that into rap like that though.
You don't listen to rap music?
No, I do, but it's like what, like Jack Harlow, Bryson Tiller. Like it's not like rap.
What you studying? Education. You think you're funny, huh? You know I'm funny. Like I mean, hey, that's some pretty good storytelling right there. Because when they can get you engaged like that, you're tuned in. You're like, okay, she brought her buddy in.
What is she studying?
Okay. Like, but like. That's some good storytelling.
I think it's so like country songs, like it's like there's so many where I'm like that should be a movie.
I see. I know what you're talking about. They take you through the whole thing.
Yeah,
get you to the
like
bridge,
there's some
the big
songs.
Finish.
I think I've showed you one before. It's called "A List of Lies," and it's this crazy song about how like it's just so sad. It's like about how this guy had a daughter, and then the daughter would come home, and she kept saying a list of lies, and then the dad's like, "What? Like, what do you mean by that?" And then he found her like praying one day that Alyssa's gonna be okay, and he was like, "What the heck?" And I think he finally realized like, oh my God, something's happening to this little girl. So he goes in the next day to be like, hey, like I think something's wrong with this little girl. Like my daughter keeps saying like Alyssa's lying about like the teachers and lying about like what happens to her, lying to the teachers about what happens to her at home. And everyone was like crying, and then the daughter was like, why is everyone crying? And it's because she passed away from like an abusive family. And like it's just like, oh my God, like every time I hear it I start sobbing. Like it is such a good song, and like it needs to be a movie. Like it's just insane.
So this was just a song.
Yes.
No, yeah, that's intense.
It's called "A List of Lies," and then there's one called "Whiskey Lullaby," which a lot of people know. And
I don't even know that song, but I know that song.
Ew.
Yeah. Okay, no, I mean I knew it last year.
Oh.
I knew it last year.
Oh yeah, Sober Summer.
Yeah, Sober Summer.
Are y'all still streaming that?
I think I might be the only one that still is. But we're working on a remix and acoustic for Sober Summer.
Okay.
So that's on the way. Shout out Calais. Calais, if you're tuned in, we're getting it going.
Calais so cool.
He's the coolest.
The coolest.
For real.
But Whiskey Lullaby is about
getting drunk. Getting drunk on some whiskey.
About this guy, and he came home. Well, I'm trying to remember what order it was in. It's just like this couple, and basically one of the other member of the couple came home and found the other person cheating, and then so he started drinking because he found the woman cheating, or vice versa, whatever. And then so he drank so much that he passed, and then that drove the other partner crazy. So it's like they both passed because they were drinking, and they were. It's such a oh my God,
man.
It's crazy.
I also do want to point out, I mean, great emotions to write about for sure. There are also happy stories too.
Yes.
that happen in country music as well. I feel like I need to send you some music. Just to change it up, you know. Like, I'm sure those songs are great. Those are great storytelling songs, I'm sure. But let me get you some light over there too.
I don't listen to those songs.
Okay.
Daily.
No. Okay. Yeah. No. It's. Hey,
I listen to Luke Combs, Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan. Luke Bryan has great party songs. If you want some party songs, Luke Bryan. If you just broke up with your ex, you want Luke Combs. If you just, well, not now. He's married now, so he's in love. So he's been writing a lot about that. If you, I would say Jason Aldean's more of the country party side.
OG.
Yeah.
OG.
Anyway, Tattoos and Tequila, he's not on the set list.
Damn. Hey, well, see, we're going to this pre-show. This is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So I guess we get there to the concert early, and we're gonna have like a private acoustic Jason Aldean set. So maybe if it's not a lot of people, maybe you'll be able to ask him to play that.
Yeah.
Would you raise your hand and like you one-on-one him talk and be like, hey, can I request Tattoos and Tequila?
I might be a little scared, but I would do it for that song.
Okay. What if you had a little whiskey lullaby?
Oh yeah, the ticket comes with drinks, so I'm getting double.
Cause you can drink mine. Let's go. Perfect.
But
hey, let me ask you something. Do you ever get into like a creative funk?
Yes.
Ever in your life, right?
Yes.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Okay.
And you're an artist. We're both artists.
Okay.
Sometimes I wonder, how do you deal with that? Like if you ever get into a moment where it's just like you don't have, somebody's coming to you like, we need an artwork that kind of matches this vibe, and you can't come up with like what it is. You know what I'm saying? You just have no ideas for it. What's something that you do to kind of like help push yourself through that?
I either start doing something that I actually like doing. So if there's a project that like has been like going on and there's so many updates and it's just not getting to where it is, or like I spend a lot of time on it and it just feels like I'm at a wall with the design of it, or like I never got it from the beginning and it was just not like, it's just not good. Everything I'm coming up with is not good. Sometimes I'll push through the project and just see where it goes, what the client says. And then I make sure that the next thing I do is something that I really enjoy. Like the next thing I do is something that I like. I'll paint something, or like I'll start drawing something, or like I'll do something that's more like a passion project. That's like I just want to do it. And then it makes me be like, okay, I'm not terrible at this, and like this is what I want to do. But I think more recently that has happened, and it kind of just like went away. It happened, and then I felt like it was like 3 projects long where I was like, all this stuff is really bad.
Where you
like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I did something for someone, and like it was immediately like, boom, this is it. This is what I came up with, and I really liked it. It was the Jacob cover for his new song.
Oh yeah, that was hard.
And like I just think how it came along, and like it was just so much fun to do, and like it wasn't even money driven, because at first he was like, hey, like I just want to see if you could just edit it a little bit, just because you have more of like a brain for that. I ended up editing the whole thing, like completely doing a design for it, when all he wanted was the photo a little bit, maybe like crispier or something. And I did that whole thing, and he fell in love with it the first time, and then I loved it, and so he did end up paying me. But it was just cool because it was like I was just doing it because I thought this would look really cool. Yeah. And so I think that's
it's tight. I mean, that's situation specifically. You're talking about the iPhone photo that he sent you. I mean, okay, so if you guys see this artwork, what's the song for?
Dangerous
by Jacob Sartorius. Jacob Whiteside. I'm playing. Sorry, Jacob. Don't be sorry. Jacob Whitesides, and this is from an iPhone. The before picture doesn't look like that at all.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, the way that you're able to flip that, like, made it look just like legit. You know what I'm saying? And it coming from something as like raw as that. You know what I mean? And you being able to flip it, it just coming together, and then even hearing you say like, I was just having fun with it. Like, that's the best art. Is when it's like you don't even really have to try. You see it and you're like, oh yeah, I already know like it's gonna be this. Versus like trying to force something like from like the projects you get, where it's like you're trying really hard to come up with something. You know what I mean?
I think there was a little moment when we were doing the Vomax stuff. Do you remember when we were working on the street sign tee, and we
Yes.
kept trying to add stuff, and we were like, this might look cool, this might look cool. We spent so much time on it, and I'm not mad that it was just a photo. I think it looks so sick.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's one of my favorite t-shirts to wear. So I think it is perfect the way it is. It was just like that whole time I was like, oh my God, nothing's working. Like I'm terrible at this. Like
Yeah.
I suck at designing. Like I literally was like, oh my gosh. And then like you were trying to send me inspo of what you were thinking. And then like, oh my God, it was so stressful.
A little bit of back and forth there. But it is
Yeah.
funny how then we end up just going back to, you know what? We might just have to let it be
Let it
what it
be.
is. Yeah.
And it's perfect.
No, and it turned out really great. Shout
Yeah.
out to Cass. Cass really got us started on the film journey over here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that that in a similar way is kind of like what helps kind of pull me out of a little like creative rut is just to work on
You
something
been in
that
one?
just like for fun. For some reason, like the past, I would say like month or two, it's just been in a weird spot. Try to get into the studio, especially like with some people too, and it's hard to get in there sometimes, and it throws me off. Uh,
As in like how it's hard to go to the gym or like,
yeah,
okay.
same kind of feeling, where it's like we start just immediately when we start working on something, it's just like it feels like work. And
Mm.
for the longest time in my life, it's never really felt like that. You know, just get in and you know turn up. But yeah, for some reason, the past couple months, I'm trying to work my way through it, and maybe it's just because like I've been chilling and like not working on music as often like as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like I'm just like a little rusty. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta like push past writing some bad songs or like maybe not having the best ideas at first and then to get to that again. You know what I'm saying? Um but yeah, trying to figure that out. There's definitely been some cool stuff that's come along, but like it's weird getting in and just sitting there and just being like, nah, this
Yeah.
I just don't like not as in nothing is happening. Like I don't
Yeah.
have no words, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is my I want to say like 10th year. I'm trying to how do I write a different song now? I feel like I've wrote so many twerkers. How many other ways could I say can you back that up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's got to be a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
And it'll happen. This the craziest part is like it's just a moment you got to let pass through you.
Have
You
you
know
had
what I'm
one of
saying?
these moments before?
Yeah, for sure.
So you know that it's
It's just not fun being in it. You know
and
what I
that's
mean?
new?
No, I mean it's the same feeling as before. It's just like while you're in it, it's hard because it's like, man, this is like everything that like you know you're working on art and that's like your main thing, right? So as far as like working on music, I feel like it's mine. When I show up in the studio, this should be my time to just start turning up.
Yeah.
And to not have that feeling, I don't know, it's just not fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And trying to push through it. That's what I was gonna say is like the craziest thing is like another song always shows up. For sure, like it'll just happen. I'll get an inspiration from something that I heard or a cool beat, you know, that I've listened to or a cool sample or something, and a whole song will just like fall out of me.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of like how you saw the picture and just right away had the idea for it. It's like the best ones. And so just to be able to have a song like fall out like that, I feel like is rewarding in the same way. But like yeah just going through a little funk, you know what I mean? But I know we'll get to the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we are working on Sober Acoustic. Sober Acoustic, I feel like is gonna be tight. I want to re-record like even the vocals of it too.
I think another thing to think about too is like that everyone goes through that.
Yeah.
Like even Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande. Like
Yeah.
like I don't know, but then there's moments where like say like Ariana, like she probably went through that phase and then she ends up putting like 2 albums out within 6 months and like both of them are like crazy good and go #1. Like, so I don't know, I guess ruts can end in beautiful things.
For sure. I think and maybe just getting outside a little bit more. I feel like I'm sort of in the excuse me, hold on. I get in my comfort zone over here. You know, I'll just kind of just be chilling, and then, so I think just moving around a little bit more. Also, I think could definitely help. Just getting to see some different stuff or experiencing something new. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're gonna get there. So we're taking a trip to Sacramento. Turn up, which would be cool. But like I was saying, Sober Acoustic is on the way. I've been working on a stream room. I think I mentioned that briefly a little bit on the podcast. Did I talk about the whole thing? Not really.
No.
My homie AD, me and him are starting a new stream. It'll be a new channel. And it's interesting trying to figure it out. Because when you watch somebody stream, it's one person here in their room. And they got their own stream channel. And maybe they're playing a game with somebody else that's all the way over here. And so they're doing, like, he's also streaming. But have you ever seen one where it's 2 people in the same room and you see both of their gameplay on the same screen? It's different. And so it's been a little challenging trying to figure out, like, how that all goes with the audio overlapping and stuff. But for the most part, I think it's gonna turn out cool. And we might start pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah, which would be exciting. Just getting to like explore that, you know what I'm saying? And we got a room out here in North Hollywood that we've been working on. Shout out Stretch. He's got are you familiar with North Hollywood? You've been out there. Okay. Shout out Stretch. He's letting us use one of the rooms for that he has at a studio there.
Have I been to that studio?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like but another door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, another room.
Is it close to it?
Yeah. Cross hall. And yeah, I've just been working on that. It's so much fun getting to set up a PC and stuff for stream.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about how scary that parking lot is.
Oh yeah, because there's no parking there and it's tiny.
That parking lot gives me so much anxiety.
I could see it. I'm like, oh, shoot, what's happening? I just mentioned PCs. You're just like, oh gosh.
No, you were talking about it and I was just zoning out in your headphones thinking about
it's good. Just like everything else I say. I'm
playing.
But yeah, no, so I'm really excited to get that going and get started. We kind of did like our first test stream the other day.
It was funny.
And it was a good time. It was a good time playing some Fortnite. But yeah, I'll definitely have more details and everything on that soon. So thank you so much for checking that out.
What? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. I'm just a goofy goober. But what's up? What's going on?
I have a childhood story.
Talk to me.
I noticed your transition. You were trying to go into childhood stories. But this isn't like a childhood story. Like, I wasn't little. Okay, so growing up, me and my brother kind of didn't get along.
Okay.
Like, we have a pretty big age difference.
It's 6 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think it was meant for us to fight, right? Now we're very close and we talk all the time, but yeah, I think growing up we kind of got on each other's nerves. What?
I don't know. I can't stop laughing now. I just thought of something else, but I'll tell you after.
And so this is just me being the worst sister ever.
You being a brat?
Whoa.
You couldn't hear me? You being a brat? Go ahead.
Shut
Let's
up.
hear it.
I think I've told you this story before, but I'm not sure. But
I'm gonna act like I haven't heard it.
Yeah, okay. So basically I went into my brother's room without his permission to try to find a Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
Because I knew he had one in there.
Yeah.
It's like this little Rubik's Cube. I think he had a big one too, but I think I was trying to find this little one. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I was trying to find this Rubik's Cube. my friend was over and we wanted to. I think it was the time when Justin Bieber was doing like the like in 1 minute.
Okay, I don't remember that. I don't remember that Justin Bieber phase, but keep going.
Where he would do the Rubik's Cube in a minute.
I don't remember
Okay,
that.
so fake fan anyway. So
Yeah,
that he would do it, and so we were trying to learn it. And so I was like, I know my brother has one. I'm gonna go inside his room. I went inside his room, pulled out the front drawer on his like little nightstand.
Like it fell? You
No,
pull it
like
out?
I pull it out because I think that's where the Rubik's Cube is.
Frick.
And and I see a condom wrapper, like the just the wrapper part of it.
Yeah.
Like obviously there wasn't a condom in it, and I was horrified. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what do I do? Like what I do? So the normal sister should just be like, oh my God, I'm terrified, but okay, leave it gone out of there, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, Dominic, I'm so sorry. He found out about this a few years ago, and I was so bad. I don't know why I did this. I would never. Anyway, beside the point. So I was like, my mom needs to know. My mom needs to know this. Like, what is my brother doing? He's crazy, and so
Damn.
so I couldn't just tell her because then I would get in trouble for snooping in his room. Duh.
Okay.
And so I grabbed the condom wrapper and I put it in the laundry. I put it in the washer.
What?
I put it in the washing machine. And so obviously I was in my room that night and I just hear, Dominic Michael.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm the worst person ever.
Bro, you're a little sneak. That's crazy.
I know, but I don't honestly, looking back at it, I don't know what I wonder if it was because I was so young that I thought it was a really bad thing. I thought it was the same sense of him doing drugs.
Yeah, like
or
cocaine.
Something. Yeah.
Or like cocaine.
But looking back at it, I'm like, I'm the worst. That's the most, he was in high school probably. It was the most innocent type thing. It's not he was just experiencing life, going through. He had a girlfriend at the time. They did it for 8 years. He literally, it was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And so.
You were shook.
I was shook. Yeah, I was, oh my God. And then I ended up telling my mom that I did it because I felt so bad. So I told my mom I did it, and I was like, just don't tell Dominic. She told Dominic later on.
And what was his response to that?
He never told me that he knew, actually. I think
he was probably just like,
it was so long ago and whatever.
He didn't even get in trouble though, for real.
I think they just had a talk about okay. But I guess he was using protection, so it didn't.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Be safe. Yeah.
But it was just, oh my God, I feel so bad. I do remember when we brought it up not recently, but brought it up in the past 4 years, and he was like, yeah, you were stupid for that.
That's funny.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
I don't know why I could picture you being a little snitch like that.
Well, I really wasn't though. But also me and my brother didn't do anything, so there was no way. There was one time.
You guys were pretty wholesome.
Yeah, there was one time, I think he got, smoking weed isn't bad. I think he got caught smoking weed. And he basically it was 3 friends, and my parents knew the one friend was up to no good, always did kind of bad stuff. And then the other friend was just a friend that he's had his whole life. And so it was a thing that was his name was Paul, and so it was Paul told his parents that he was at my brother's house, and then told my parents that he was at Paul's house, but they went to the kid's house. And they ended up, because I guess Paul's parents are a little more, because my parents were pretty they kind of trusted us in a way. We would get in trouble for not washing the dishes. That's the type of grounded we got. But never for we wouldn't do anything. We were pretty wholesome. And so, yeah, basically, Paul's parents weren't. And so they drove past our house and saw that his car wasn't there. And so they called up my parents and being like, where's Dominic? Because he's not with Paul, or he's not at your guys' house or whatever. And then they ended up going to the other place, and then they picked up my brother at the friend's house, and he was high as hell.
Yeah.
I just remember that conversation because I was trying to listen through the door.
before, huh?
But
Being a
I
little
wasn't told.
sneaky.
Yeah, my parents just were like, "We're leaving. We have to go pick up your brother from somewhere." And I was like, "Okay."
You got in trouble.
Yeah.
What was this in high school?
I want to say high school or like maybe first year of college.
Got you.
I
Yeah.
want to say it was like senior year though.
Man, I feel like we were probably like on the same level. I feel actually, nah, I was throwing parties at my house. Like whenever my dad would leave, like
and he
for
didn't
like a
know?
weekend. I like to think that he didn't. I should ask him
Yeah.
if he ever found out. But I remember having a party at my house, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, that just kids being dumb, right?
Mhm.
We were drinking.
Okay.
Okay. That was
See, I didn't drink until I was 21, so we're not the same.
okay. Yeah. So I'm different. I'm different. Nah, it's just yeah. If anybody's listening is not 21, high school, I don't recommend this at all. But here, it's just being dumb. And I threw a party at my house, and people brought some alcohol over. We're drinking, whatever, turning up. Freaking,
Wait.
just imagine the Pack Booty Bounce Boppers on my stereo system.
What did you drink in high school?
And we were just freaking away. Captain Morgan is what I remember. Some nasty old Captain Morgan, man. And my neighbor came up to me the next day when I was outside, because we would skate like right by our house. She came up to me. She's like, "You have a party at your house?" I was like, "You had a party at your house, didn't you?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I had some friends over." And she said, "One of your friends threw a bottle in my yard where my kids play. And there's broken glass in my yard." I said, "Oh my, I'm so sorry. Can I clean it up?" "I already cleaned it up." "Did your dad know about this party?" I was like, "No, I don't know." But like, I was so nervous and shook. But the craziest thing, she never told my dad.
Really? What a
So,
real one.
I know that was nuts, and like so dumb. Whoever threw that, by the way, like, frick off. You know what I mean? Like, that was weird.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it sucks. I'm glad that none of them got hurt over there. But yeah, she never ended up telling my dad. And
Wait, so to this
ask him.
day he doesn't know, or like he doesn't know, like it's never been a topic.
Unless I told him already, like unless I
okay.
brought it up, like, we used to have parties at your house.
Yeah.
Or not? This was at Vomac. Hey, Vomac, Vomac, yeah. I was laughing earlier because I was thinking about. I'm trying to think of childhood stories too, since we're going through them. I think I was in fifth grade going into sixth grade. I had a party at my house.
Mm-hmm.
We had a.
Oh my God.
Oh no, like
so
a birthday party.
Oh.
Like a birthday party.
I was like, dang.
And we had this is gonna make you say dang too though. This is weird.
Oh no. Okay, 5th or 6th grade.
5th going into 6th grade. We had a bounce house water slide in the backyard.
Okay.
Lit, right? For Cassie Gibson, the baddest girl in school. Cassie, she came to our party. Amazing. I was shook. But the craziest part to me, so I have a living room area, and then there was another like side area that we just did puzzles on this table in, right? The puzzle
table.
Maybe it was more like a playroom. There's a lot of space in there. There was like a coffee table, pretty decent sized one.
Mm-hmm.
And we did puzzles on that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I walked from that backyard party. I was like, "All right, Cassie, I'm gonna be right back." And I walk in to go to the bathroom. There's this girl who put a chair on top of the coffee table and is standing on the chair and had her hands on the ceiling and was just dancing, just like turned up. I have no idea like what possessed her to do that. To my knowledge, like, I mean, we're in 5th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're turned up off cupcakes at this point.
And
you know
Capri
what I'm saying?
Suns.
Pure Capri Suns. I don't know how she had that in her to put a chair up on the coffee table, get up on the coffee table, hands on the ceiling, just, my lovely lady loves. Check it out. Insane.
Check it out.
But yeah, great parties were thrown at our households. Good times for sure.
That was the whole point of the story.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know why I had a flashback to that in the middle of that one. I just started laughing earlier because I'll never forget that for as long as I live. It's just one of those ones. I also somewhat got into a fight with this kid in 6th grade also.
Over what?
I don't even remember. Honestly, I think he was playing around with me. He was like joking, like he was like, "Oh, I'm about to beat you up," and I was like, "Nah, don't do that." And then he like
Nah, don't
lightly
do that.
just boxed my head like a couple times, and I cried and walked the whole entire way back to my house. And these girls were driving by and they asked me if I needed a ride, and I said no. And I cried and walked all the way home.
Did you need a ride?
I needed a hug. Okay. I was in 6th grade. I was about like this big, like 5'5". I was really small.
5'5".
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
stop.
Not playing. And yeah, I just remember walking the whole way home. Somebody poured Coke down my back one time.
Oh my God.
That was sad.
Just randomly?
Well, somebody poured Coke down his back, and he didn't want to be the only one, so he poured a Coke down my back.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with that.
I have a story like that.
What happened?
Okay, so this is a kind of two-parter. In the 4th grade, I just moved to a different school. And there was this guy, let's name him, think of a guy's name, I don't know.
Jason. Aldine.
His name was Jason. And he had a crush on me, and he would ask me out every day, but not him. It'd be like his friends.
Yeah.
So his friends would come over and be like, "Hey, Jason wants to go out with you. Like, what do you say?" And I would be like, "Well, I don't know who Jason is. Like, whatever." He was playing football while I was cheering, and so that's how he knew who I was. And so I started knowing him because the people I would cheer with, like, because he was 1 grade higher than me. So I was in 4th grade, he was in 5th grade.
Okay.
I got to know him, like, and spend time with him through that time. And still, he would not ask me out. He would have his friends. So it got to the point where, like, I'd be with my friends and they'd be like, "They're coming." And then I literally, they wouldn't even spin. And I'd be like, "No." Like, and whatever. So when I got to the 5th grade, I decided that I liked him.
Okay. Just like
he didn't want to flirt with me anymore.
Just one day you were like, "You know what? I do like you."
Yeah. Hey, Jason, I do. And so I was feeling him, and then he didn't want anything to do with me anymore. He's like, "You told me no for a whole year." Like, what? Like, and
King.
And then so that's just a little preface to this story. So this is a different story. There was a girl named, I don't want to say her name. Oh well, forget. Her name was Samantha. And she was definitely like, you know those like movies where like they have a single mom, but their single mom like definitely spoils them, but tries to make it like buys them like Chanel type stuff, but it's still like they're barely getting by. Like they live in a really bad apartment, but like when they come out of the apartment, they're wearing like Juicy Couture and like the sweatsuits and like with a little bag and whatever. Like that's the type of vibe she had. And so she was kind of like the popular girl.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so she hated me for some reason. But we were friends sometimes. Like it was kind of that vibe. Like we like had beef, but then like she didn't like me sometimes, but sometimes I'd go over to her house. And so this one time she decided she didn't like me that she decided she didn't like me that day. And so she got her yogurt from her school, and I had a little Hannah Montana crossover bag that was purple. Fire. And it flipped up and it had her face on the front. And so I went
you say words? Go ahead.
So, I don't know if you had this in your school, but for my school, when we had lunch, we had to put our backpacks on the sides. So, like, if we had lunch at all these tables, we had to put our backpacks, like, on the sides of the whole cafeteria, like, somewhere. And I think it was just because they didn't want our backpacks, like, with all the food, everything, I don't know. And so she goes over to my backpack, and people knew that was my backpack. For sure. Like, I was the girl obsessed with Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Like, I had a shirt, Hannah on the front, Miley on the back. Like, I was in it.
Hey, we all believe you here. We all believe you.
And so she lifted up my bag and she poured her yogurt in it. Unprovoked.
Shady.
So I went to the principal's office and I was like, I didn't even I wasn't a snitch. I didn't snitch her out because I didn't want to get her in trouble.
Okay.
But I was like, this happened and I don't know what to do. Like, can I go home? Like, I want to go home. Like, I was about to cry. I was like, I just want to go home. And they were like, no, like, we'll just give you a bag to put it in until the rest of the day. So I had to carry it in this huge, big old black bag. And that was so embarrassing. And
Like
so,
a trash bag?
yeah, it's like a trash bag. And so I had this friend named Sarah, and she would do anything for me. And so I didn't want me being embarrassed carrying the bag around knowing that Jason would see me.
Frick.
And so I had Sarah carry it around the whole day.
Real one.
But this is so funny. That was my only thought is I remembered I was like, Jason's gonna see me.
When Hannah Montana first came out, I remember after watching the first episode, I told my mom, I said, Mom, one day I'm gonna marry Miley Cyrus. We're gonna get married. I know it. She said, yeah, Miles. Yeah, it could happen. I was like, Mom, you never know. I could become an actor, and then I might meet her, and then she's gonna become my wife. And she was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's the kind of energy. I mean, I still haven't met her yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm still working on the acting thing. You know,
Okay.
like maybe chase dreams, dreams. But hey, it could happen. It could still happen.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I can't see it.
Miro would be so excited. That's his woman.
Is it?
Yeah.
Come to the wedding.
We had to do these things in, I don't know what grade it was, but we basically just had to write down a bunch of stuff, like our favorite book and like our favorite show, like all that stuff. And so all my stuff was like Hannah Montana. My favorite book was like Mad for Miley or Meet Miley Cyrus, like something like that. I think it was Mad for Miley. And then it was like, what do you want to be with when you grow up? And usually people put like doctors, dentists, whatever, like just crazy ones. I literally put Miley Cyrus.
You just put Miley Cyrus.
Like I think the answer was everything Miley Cyrus.
That's fire. I didn't see. You're a big fan.
I was a huge
Real fan.
Miley Cyrus.
All right, now tell me this. What did you get for middle school lunch? Did you buy lunch or did you bring a lunch?
I bought lunch.
And what did you get? Like, what was your go-to? Did you have options or was it like they just gave you whatever it was that day?
I think there was like 2 or 3 options, but it was like you had to stick with those.
Right. So what are you picking?
Okay.
Like, did you get the same thing every day?
Yeah.
And it was what?
See, but
I loved it.
Okay, wait. I want to point out because I'm trying to remember the exact meal or what exact. It has to do something with pizza probably.
Okay.
But I remember I would go. My mom would drop me off early. I'd get breakfast because I think it was free breakfast. Why did I say that so weird? I think it was free breakfast. And if y'all know, there was these square breakfast like pizza things, and they were so freaking good.
Little sausages.
Yeah.
On them.
They were like, I still think about those every day, and those were so good. But yeah, I don't know. I remember those. They definitely had regular pizzas too. I kind of just remember more high school stuff.
Okay.
But like I remember they would have like those cheese stick things. Like it would come in like a 2 thing, and it was like cheese sticks, mozzarella.
I don't think I remember that.
Well, those are freaking good. We
might have had those.
What was yours?
In middle school, I had a pretzel with cheese.
Okay.
And like 3
That's
chocolate
cool.
chip cookies and a chocolate milk.
Oh, chocolate
every day. Every day. That sounds nuts.
So you would have like a card?
Yeah, and then just charge the card, and then
and then your mom would like pay for it?
Yeah.
There was times where we're all forgetful sometimes. Sometimes my mom would forget, and so the lunch lady had to like remind me and be like, "Hey, like you have to." But she'd be so nice. She'd be like, "Hey, it's the 5th day. You have."
Oh damn!
But there comes a point where they can't give you lunch anymore. They have to give you like a smack. What's it called?
Yeah. Wait. It was like the peanut butter and jelly thing.
You eat them. The
little Smuckers one?
Smuckers. Is that what it's called? What is it called?
Did they have those when you were in middle school?
Yeah.
What the frick? Those weren't even invented. Yeah, when I was in middle school?
There's no way they were just invented. Wait, what are they called? Smuckers?
They're called Uncrustables.
Uncrustables. I would get those, and I don't like peanut butter.
Damn. Because back in my day, in middle school, they had a similar thing like that, but it was like a graham cracker with peanut butter and jelly in the middle. So think of like an ice cream sandwich, kind of like the way that looks. It came in like the same kind of wrapper.
Uh-huh.
And it was like some graham crackers with some peanut butter and jelly.
Did you ever get one of those too?
Fire. Yeah. No, it was really good.
But did you get one of those on your own, or it was like a hey? You
I think
have it?
I needed a little lunch there.
Yeah.
Need some help. And then my last thing that I wanted to know, celebrity crush, right now, currently.
Okay.
That's an actor.
That's an actor.
Yeah. Who you going with? You
I don't know
choose
actors.
one.
I don't know actors.
You don't got any.
Joe Jonas is an actor.
Okay, Joe Jonas.
Joe Jonas and.
All right, mine. Katherine Heigl.
You just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I did.
Like you really didn't want any.
That's why I wanted to end it on that. Katherine Heigl, hope you're having a great day. She got a family. She's doing her thing. You're amazing. Great Peaches hat.
Thank
And
you.
anything. What do you want to end the podcast with? Message to Joe Jonas and his wife while we're at it. Go ahead.
I don't want to speak to his wife.
You don't want to speak to his wife?
Sophie, sorry.
Nothing to Joe Jonas. You looking forward to seeing him in concert?
Yeah. Mary Cruz just booked her flight, so Joe Jonas, see you soon.
Yeah. All right. Well, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button if you're watching on Vomac TV. What's up? If you're listening on the podcast, listen. I appreciate you guys. All of y'all. Follow Felicia at TB8 Felicia. TB8 Felicia. Mine is milesparish.com. And yeah, we'll be back with another episode. What emoji do you want to do? If you made it this far, y'all are different. If you made it to the end of this podcast, y'all are different. Go ahead. Give me the emoji.
Is there like a milk carton one?
I'm interested in that.
Is there?
I'm interested.
Wait. Milk
carton.
While
she's finding that,
there's a little juice box.
Let's
do the little juice box.
All right, I'm down with that. Hey, y'all, go on and have a great weekend. Okay, be safe, turn up, and we'll see you next week. Man, 13 episodes. Yeah. All right, we'll see y'all. I said we'll see.
Oh my god.
Get the